see how they fare as we go into the pistol round. Ships are so super aggressive on short, and he's been caught out from both angles. Denny is able to trade onto Tricky, though, and they can actually fall back. We see 4 players right now, all on full health. The smoke in the hands of Trident right now, but Denny, he gets baited into going for the wide swing. It's crisp headshots back and forth. No one wasting their bullets. Everybody just connecting with every single tap. And now Duplicate on his lonesome on the A site needs to try and defend. Desperately has to hit a couple of these. Heads on the cross, and there we go. There's the important one. It's Norway with the C4. That's been dropped. Duplicate now in a 2-on-1 as his teammate falls. But this C4 yet to go down. And there's a really good opportunity for him here. Clax through the cover of the smoke can drop down to CT. He's going to head towards B, but Duplicate's going to hear it, and in the meantime hit the headshot onto Glowing. He knows exactly what's up now and should in the next couple of seconds start to rotate, and there we go. He's realized it. Clax is able to tap in these digits towards the B site. That's going to give him a huge advantage. He can get this bomb planted and take himself a post-plant position. Puts a fuse on the round, but with no utility from either side. Duplicate, it's going to be a very, very doable clutch. And as he clears all his angles, spots out the Claxes behind the box. Takes him further damage, but the headshot needs to be found, and it's Clax to do so. In the tunnels, it's going to be a later B hit with just this distraction towards long to try and draw a rotation off. And it's actually going to do that. Ship's starting to lean over towards this A site further. And with the smoke grenade in place, it lands just a tiny bit too late. Rainwake has to take a step back, but they don't seem to have heard him. They're not even clearing car right now, and he's able to fire through for 1. So much damage dealt that it means that it's a 5 versus 3, and every single man here is a 1 hit away from death. Oxygen able to spam one through the smoke. Clax can trade. But a 4 versus 2 situation. Clax is on 4 HP. Norby with 32. There's no way they can win this. And we are actually going to see 2 games in a row where the pistol round is bounced right back. And it's actually shit. Well, there's the MP9. They force Trident back onto another eco. And they will be able to just rack up that money to unbelievable levels. And Ships, oh my, another 3k. He is just firing through for everything right now. Norway has to give away his position and take down Denisaur, but as soon as his position's known, that's the danger. Clax trying to get aggressive. Rainwaker's on the other side of the smoke. Though, and as it dissipates, Rainwaker is ready and waiting. That is absolutely perfect. And, well, once again, the advantage is taken here from SKADE. Denny, the last man to defend this B bomb side, but it's a 4 versus 2, and the C4, it's on its own, and looking like it's entertaining a pick. It's actually instead going to fall back towards the lower tunnel. Whereas teammates out short, seized on catwalk, wins that all-important engagement, and that does kind of open a window of opportunity here. It's a really small window that they have to try and creep through, and, well, actually on long. And he will be allowed this bomb plant. So increases his chances ever so slightly of converting this round. But as all the CTs come in from all angles, it's short and CT to contend. And then we'll off of the back of what is now a 5-round loss bonus. And, well, the bomb plant to work with. A little bit of extra Inferno either. So this is actually the first time this series I think we've seen 2 snipers in play. And it's definitely interesting. Nice opening pick there from Denny. There's the first Storp showing its cards. He's still over the top. Can't quite connect onto the second shot onto Seas. The nade goes over the top. Could have done damage, but Denny is repositioned, and he's on this angle on long. If Seas repeats, surely Denny snatches him away. Glowing in the meantime finds one back. The pressure, it's been applied, and Denny's caught out in the open. They had perfect spots on the bomb site to contend with short, but Seas did his job perfectly there. He just draws the attention away and actually forces those players off of the site. Gives an avenue for these short men to get right in and take those Angels with an advantage. Rainwaker and Ships now, a 4 versus 2 that's come into a 3-on-2 for them to work with. Through our X-ray vision, we can see that one's on ramp and one's on the side. But Seas, he's already gone for the long rotation. I didn't even see it, nor did the players. They didn't see it coming over. He lost that secondary duel, and that was pretty much it. Is he glowing? Push out into long. He spots out the first man, but doesn't actually react to it. And Oxygen good for 1. Really hyper-aggressive play from Denny. He hits the close no-scope, follows through with another onto Tricky. What the hell is that? Who does that? They've lost long control, but they've traded evenly, and Denny says no. Even's not good enough. I want to swing the numbers in our favor, and I'm going to do a crazy hero. See, he will stay alive in fights later in the round. Nice nade, only does a little bit of damage, but two-man stack towards this B site. They're both things are absolutely perfect. Duplicate's good for 2. Before they're traded, ships actually can't do a whole lot in that scenario. And it does come down to a 3-on-3. So a real good opportunity here for Trident to take this round, especially with that bomb plant. The issue is they don't really have any utility. We see that's for the job here from Denny. He's going to deploy that incendiary grenade. It's absolutely perfect. It forces Tricky out of position. The nade lands perfectly as well. He goes in for the no-scope. He can't connect it, but he finds the second. Denny is using this AWP like a shotgun. And there's the secondary shot. The bomb, there's just about enough time on it for this defuse. And SKADE, what a round. Even in the 3 versus 3 B-site retake, which is notorious. Kind of waiting for them to not work anymore and Trident to capitalize off of it. But for now, he's hitting everything. And there we go. Another opener. Norway eliminated, trying to find the early pick. Now they funnel into short, but SKADE, they're more than ready for this. The flashbang does actually get Duplicate out of position. The second one too, going to force him right back. There's so many flashes right now that he's actually kept it at arm's length. But Denny with another shot. The AUG is stopping the bomb from crossing to the site. That means that C4 plant's going to be delayed by a few seconds right now, as Tricky does manage to find one back. Clacks with another. And now this one's starting to become doable, but not if Denny has anything to say about it. I am semi-surprised they don't hunt for this AWP, because if they can snatch it away from it, it's okay. The 33% is over on their T side. That's where they really struggle. 33.6 that is. Trident, they're kind of the other way around. So this scoreline is somewhat shaping up in favor of which teams like their chosen sides. But it shouldn't be as one-sided as this. What the hell is that? A beautiful run boost there. Does actually allow Tricky to trade out that frag onto Denny. And as he finds another, all of a sudden Tricky's woken up. And this is where it starts to get scary. Tricky, who I've mentioned, has had no impact here on Dust 2. Has just found himself 2 insane opening picks. And that's going to open up the side. Spam comes through to try and deny the plant. It only does a tickle of damage, and Duplicate, well, he receives more in response. Rainwaker is able to push through, finds himself a headshot, brings things back into a 3-on-3, but with no smoke grenade to eliminate the threat of Tricky. How on earth do they get back in here? They have to boost up onto the site, and as Rainwaker falls, there's no further opportunity for it. Ships needs to do something big here, and as he starts to creep up from short, kills the man on the site, but still knows that there's 2 lingering towards long, and the C4 is planted mid-site. The smoke's deployed. This should allow him to isolate this closer man. Try and tap this bomb, but he can't connect the shot onto Clacks, and Clacks will finish the damage. Duplicate, no idea that Seized is up close. He might actually be able to find the opening man here. Takes a dink, but does find the kill. Needs to be careful of this Molotov. There we go. As it fades, he does actually manage to slip away just in the nick of time before the trades are, well, lingering from the CTs, but Denny is able to connect the shot right through the door. Rainwaker, this is an off angle that they haven't been checking. As they walk right in, they don't turn it, and Glowing, he's got his back turned. A free kill for him. The movement from Ships is too good, though, and the timing, it's impeccable. Norway firing away, desperate to hit the headshot, and Ships was to take this series. As remember, they took the first map 16-8 off the back of a 12-3 first half, and now they're leading 11-3 on the second map. Their opponent's pick of Dust 2. Ships with a nice opening pick. He's getting aggressive in lower tunnels as well. No respect right now from the man as Duplicate. Oh, they cross paths. Nonetheless, Denny Slaw's able to actually find the shot. And Ships, I mean, what is this? This is like, they're smurfing right now. They're literally just running around, getting hyper. That flashbang even going to slow things down further, allow a little bit more time for the rotations to come in. Rainwaker ready for the early brunt of these firefights, but Denny from behind, able to draw some attention. Trident did something that worked. SKADE just bounced right back harder, and their economy management was so great that they could afford to do so too. Here in the second half pistol, we do see the 1-for-1 trades, and there we go. B-site open for business. Oxygen with another, and that is surely going to confirm this. Norway has to hit a headshot here and prolong this plant. And if he's not able to do so, then that's pretty much it. As the C4 gets tapped in, Norway has to swing. He is traded by Oxygen. Slows down the plant for a few seconds further, but Glowing, he's got pressure from all angles. He has to fight, and there's absolutely no way that he could. Back into what ended up being a 16-8 scoreline. Right now, though, Denny They take a few steps back. Now they re-aggress with the utility, and they've just been given full-on controls. They've got loads of leg room to a little bit by that Deagle, but no headshot means that he's now fully aware. The scout has been tagged on the site. Rainwake is able to win the duel, and there we go. Is traded, but the A site opened up now as Norway does find himself an AK. There's been tons of damage dealt, so this is a very, very doable retake, but the firepower still in SKADE's favor. AK's been retrieved by Norway, and as he creeps in, he's able to do damage onto the only man on the site that's actually got some HP to work with. It's Duplicate, and he's eliminated. Now the man advantage, and the scout and head glitch angle. The bomb's not been planted for them. Oh, this is disastrous. Oxygen, he has to swing around. The bomb's still being held with no kit. The defuse, it's going to come through. There's nothing Chips can do about it. That is... Trident, they don't seem to be aware of it whatsoever. Even the car player not looking towards the doors. Denny, this is going to be a free kill, and there we go. Now Glowing, isolated on the fight, has to fight his way out. He's all on his lonesome on the B-bomb site. Actually finds two, so does keep it contentious. Does mean that the retake's possible, but they have to clear Duplicate. And with that CT smoke in place, it's going to slow things down further and give Duplicate a nice sight line. The flash is perfect. Puts him back into the corner. Tricky's going to go for the wide swing. Pre-fires the angle and Duplicate will drop. Man advantage here for Trident as they continue to press for this retake. They've got so much utility to work with too. And the C4 only just going down. So time pressure, not really an issue here for the CT side. No further utility here for SKADE to work with either, so they're fully reliant on hitting these headshots. Oxygen right out in the open. He's been dinked through the doors though, and as he starts to fall back, Tricky with that AWP is going to eliminate him. Rainway collected a 1 versus 3 situation. His position's now been known, and Klax is able to swing and finish off the job. Trident, they're on to 7, and we will see what will probably be another eco here. Actually, another sort of half buy here from SKADE. Instead goes for the glass cannon with utility, which on the T side is really dangerous. And Rainwaker, he over-invested last round as well with the AK. He now knows exactly what's up. He's going to relay this information to Klax, but Klax, he pokes his head up to confirm it, and he's going to be eliminated. The peak, it seems like it might come through here from C's. He's actually going to get himself through the smoke, and as he hears the T's falling off of the angle, this is where this gets very, very scary. SKADE, they've read this situation perfectly. They're now going to re-aggress into the B site where Norway, he can't get anything done despite the fact that Oxygen's so low on health. He's going to get dealt a fatal headshot. Now a 4 versus 3. This B site taken. C's creeping through the smoke. Knows he needs to deny the plant. Can't do so, but finds the 2 kills regardless. And now both of the CTs, they're absolutely miles away. And he needs to try and hold on to this. But Ship's catching one off on the rotation. Still the 2 versus 2. Duplicate. A sight line on the bomb, but as he peeks wide, C's goes huge. A third. He'll retrieve that AWP. And Trident, they'll take themselves onto 9. This was looking like a round that should have been SKADE's for the taking. Able to eliminate the AWP, then bounce around and take out Oxygen, who's vulnerable because he's just planted the bomb, so he hasn't pulled his gun back out yet. And that's really what cost giving that early 4 versus 4. And we do see SKADE start to funnel into short. A fantastic nade from Glowing. There's tons of damage. And he fires through with another shot with the AWP as well. That Molotov just landing behind him, so it's not even going to force him out of position, but he misses a couple of key shots, and he pokes his head up once again, and Ships is going to eliminate it. The former Wendigo WESG champion going absolutely massive with a 4th headshot found. He's on for the ace right. Opening shot from Ships can't connect, but there we go. Follows up with a second. On to Klax. Glowing with another. This site defense. It's holding up for now, but Glowing, all the timing, it's impeccable. He comes away, but he pulls out the USP, and he is able to face into Glowing. Man can't connect onto Oxygen, who can finish him off despite taking the USP thing. This has been such a messy round from both sides. But SKADE, they're able to prevail, and Tricky. Over the top. They've let quite a few rounds slip here in the second half, but now they're not up against too much. Tricky kills right now. He has had a huge impact this game. And look at this. He's even waiting for the aggression towards mid. There's no way that Seeds for Mass expects this, and it's absolutely perfect. Ships has just got an unbelievable read on the situation, and even Glowing going for the secondary peak to try and trade out that frag is eliminated by Duplicate. This has been such a bizarre round from Trident, considering they had the opening man advantage. To let it slip away like this and continue to aggress, lose 2 men in middle, massively costly. And with Oxygen finding one more, I think that might just be all said and done. The beginning of the end here for Trident as they're falling like flies. Rainwaker, he's not going to clear the hard left angle, nor he's able to eliminate him. But in the meantime, A site, it's starting to fall apart. Tricky good for one before he's traded. And now it's all on Norway to try and clutch this one up. A 1 versus 2. 2 flashbangs in hand, and AK retrieves. As he starts to press towards this A site. Actually not going to waste any time whatsoever. Not even deploy either of his 2 flashbangs. He wants to try and get this one done. He seems to have the information. He knows that there's one towards car and 1 on the site. He's able to convert onto the first. Now a 1 versus 1 to keep his team in this. Wants out the head on Duplicate and needs to hit the headshot. Dancing around the boxes. Norway wins the clutch. A 2 versus 1 to keep Trident alive. And it will take them to 10. A 3K for him. An unbelievable round for him to step up. It puts them onto double digits. There's still 5 needed. It's an uphill climb for them to get back, but players staying alive in the last. We see Seized pull out that auto shotgun, Glowing with the MP9. Realistically, what can they get done here? Oxygen up close to this smoke as they start to aggress the boost over the top. It's to work out beautifully, and it absolutely does. Flax, he fires through for 3, make that 4. What the hell is that? Only takes a tickle of damage. Despite the fact it's an AWP, it connects through the corner of the wall and Duplicate. He hasn't crossed, and, well, that's his major issue. That's desperate to get this one finished, and they're getting a little bit impatient. They're investing into rounds that they really shouldn't be, but nonetheless, Duplicate able to find that opening man. In fact, they kind of rotate both players off here. They play this defense where they have 1 man playing towards mid, and Norway just playing a deeper position on this B site. The Molotov, it's absolutely perfect. Duplicate somehow dies to it. I don't really know how he's fallen there, and it does actually give Norway an opportunity off the back of the smoke that's been deployed to get into the back of this bomb site. He is good for 1 more, but Ships trades it. On the cross, Oxygen drops, and now it's a 3 versus 2, but Rainwaker from behind to do some serious damage, and there we go. The AWP eliminated, back into a 2-on-2. Ships can now justify going for this swing onto Glowing. Absolutely does so. Clax finds Rainwaker in the meantime, but it's from top mid. And that information is going to be relayed. So it means that Ships can go for a really, really open plant. He knows that he is play behind this box, expects Clax to come in through the door, and as soon as he sees that bomb plant, he's going to expect him to be elsewhere, and Ships can peek out and